So, the weeks pass. I need to roll for some stuff for your items. So let's go for the Insignia first. So this Insignia. This is... it's got a little bit of a Durgar take, you have to admit, on it. It's very geometrically perfect in a lot of ways. So it doesn't, it doesn't look like it was cobbled together or anything like that. But it's a little Spartan, a little plain, kind of what the Durgar do. But you can tell at a glance what this is made out of. And true to its form, it gives you the pluses that have been notated in there. And I need to roll for something.
And I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Seems to be warm to the touch, even after it has finished crafting. So not enough to keep you warm in a snowstorm or anything, but if you put your hand in it, you can tell it's definitely a little bit warmer than it probably should be. All right. Next up, the shield. Oh, they just ruined it. No.
No.
No, it comes out, and again, like the Durgar stuff, it's very Spartan but effective. You can tell it's been crafted a little more for function and decorative, but it still looks rather nice. It stands out, and you're like, oh, it looks pretty good, actually. If I'm definitely going to be the focus of fire on the battlefield if I got this, but I'll look good doing it at least. So it gives you the +1 bonus, which is just straight up +1 to your AC. It's not attuned. I think the Insignia is attuned. I'd have to check it to be sure, but I know the shield is not. And the thing, I closed the page because I'm a smart person. All right, so this one has what seems to be a maker's mark on the back of it. Like the Durgar was especially proud of this. So when you look at it back, you see a Durgar clan insignia. I would have to look up the specific ones, but it's the armor crafters of the city, specifically the. Where is it? Clan Thrasgad. So it's got the symbol of Clan Thrasgrid on the back. So it is definitely identifiable as a Durgar-made item. But it seems to be a mark made out of more pride than anything else, not just free advertising. Okay, third thing, the axe. Do the axe. How about that? Yep. So the Great Axe. So it comes out, and it looks a lot like Ront seems surprised, a lot less tribal than I was expecting. And it comes out looking a lot like the weapons that the Durgar generally use in their army, except this one's a little bit larger than a Durgar would normally make. And this one seems really nice, and the Durgar that delivers it says, this one came out very well. I think you will find this one would be very hard to break. You made it extra strong just for your big muscles. And I was like, yeah. So this one actually has a special property because it came out well. It is unbreakable.
Oh.
So it cannot be broken. Special means must be used to destroy it. All right. And that was it, correct? So now, Liam, you need your own thing. Okay. No, the belt. Sorry.
I was going to say, I feel like there's one other thing, but I honestly couldn't remember because I'm an idiot, apparently. Yeah, the belt.
The belt. All right. So this one comes out looking a lot like one of the Stone Guard belts that you've seen before, except with the dragon hide woven into it in a symmetrical pattern all throughout the belt. It's very dark. It's got a nice, you don't think it's adamantine, but it looks very close to it, buckle on it. This one seems to have been crafted a little bit differently, like it's made to accommodate people of different sizes. Like it wasn't just specifically made for it, but when you put it on it, you can't really tell unless it's off. You're like, oh, I could probably put this on Liam or Ront or someone else and it would probably fit them. The Duragar who gives it to you actually, he tells you that this one, they wanted to get out of the shop as fast as possible because the creator swears that he kept seeing some sort of message on it, like a written message, but when he turned, like out of the corner of his eye, but when he turned to look at it, it wasn't there, and he could tell it seemed to be some perhaps draconic thing, but he could never get a clear look at it. So they're like, it gave him a creepy feeling. But they finished it. Here, take it. I mean, you don't see anything wrong with it. But.
Take a thing.
Yeah, I will probably examine it like, thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like it works exactly like advertised, though.
At some point, I'm going to need the stats on it because I don't remember, but I don't need it right now.
Oh, that's right, because this is in...
Yeah, it's something that I'm actually not familiar with.
Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. All right. They got a lot of... I'm glad I got this, because they've got a lot of stuff. It's like, if you loot a dragon hoard and skin the dragon, do this.
Yeah.
So, while wearing it, you have a +1 bonus to the saving throw DCs of your features that use key, which includes your Demon Hunter stuff. Because we're going to throw it in there because that makes sense.
Yeah.
In addition, you can use an action to regain key points equal to a roll of your martial arts dice. You can't use this action again until the next day. So basically, it's a 24-hour ticker.
That's a dumb question. What are my martial arts dice?
That would be what you'd roll for your unarmed attacks.
Okay, got it.
Which I think is a D6?
At the moment, it's 2d6. Or no,
2d6.
I'm sorry, 1d6. Sorry, 1d6,
Yeah.
1d6. Sorry.
So D6 of key point regained as an action, which is pretty good.
Sure. Okay, got it.
Does this require attunement? It does. Requires attunement specifically by a monk.
Oh, I forget how long attunement goes, but attunement.
So, when you put it on, you feel purposeful.
I'm ready to kill all the
It's
dragons.
like, oh man, this belt was made for me. Yeah.
I'm going to kill all. I'm going to end the tyranny of the dragons. You watch me.
That's right. The Tyranny of Dragons coming soon.
Yeah.
Actually, a campaign name. All right. So what now?
Now we jump in the portal and save the brother and die.
All right.
Kind of in that
Actually,
order.
the portal just opens right into a pit.
And that's just the game,
Yeah.
It's like, you ever remember those choose your own adventure games and there's like 15 ways to die? That's one of them. It's just, all right, we go in the portal, you fall into the pit and die immediately.
Turn to page 73. Your corpse is found. Yeah.
Those are always so dark. I was talking about that today. They're always so dark, the deaths in those. Just wow. Anyways. No, it's portal time. Let's do it.
I'm suddenly remembering the death scene from King's Quest.
Oh, God.
The old...
All the Sierra games had that.
Yeah.
Just all of them.
Before we do that, we take like a quick 5-minute break because I need to take a bio break.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
All right, now that he's gone, we're ready.
Yeah.
Do you have like a method of finding your brother once we're on the other side of the portal? I actually don't remember, so I'm asking legit.
Not really.
Okay, that's all right. We're in the abyss.
I mean, we could try and use the mirror to see if that helps. But,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's true. That's true.
but that's, I mean, the only thing I got was the coin from Asha with his message scrawled on it.
Yeah. So we've got the coin. We've
Start
got
yelling for him. You know.
just,
Yeah, oh god,
Jason. No,
I was just gonna say that. Press X to Jason.
I think the mirror might not be a bad idea, especially if we use it when we're on the other side of the portal.
Yeah.
And just be like, all right, it's home in on this guy.
Yes, it is only
Something.
once a day, Darth, but it is a legitimate option for I don't have a better idea.
Yeah. We're roaming over in the dark, being eaten by Grooves, so let's go ahead and just kind of make it up as we go.
Wait, that's
Trying to-
we haven't been doing that?
Yeah. Wait.
I've had a plan this whole time. What are you talking about? Everything's going
Okay.
perfectly according to plan. I mean, I haven't actually gained the power of Bahamut and replaced him as a deity in the Pantheon yet, but I'm working on it.
I just keep rolling a d4 for compass directions. It says I go left again.
Well, okay. You're just doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a 360-sided die.
Oh,
God, I think that's a thing. I think I've seen that.
There
before.
probably is. There's gotta be.
I mean, I've seen a D100, which is a ball or a sphere, rather, which is actually really cool.
Just roll forever.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay, we're ready.
Have you seen the? I think it's like a 64-point compass rose.
No.
Oh.
Oh no,
Why would you
I'll
even
have.
call that out? Because like after
have.
south, southwest, and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
like south, west by southwest, south, or so. It's
Oh,
just
man.
absolutely insane
Uh-huh.
after a certain point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that.
Nope. That seems that's madness.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's just call the degree.
Well, okay, like what level of nautical sailing needs that level of precision of direction? Like, dude, it's that way-ish. Just go. You'll figure it out. You don't need that level.
We need to be to the millidegree. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to post this in the Twitch chat.
Okay. For reference.
Yeah, no, that's the one I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's the one. So yeah. So it's like northeast by quarter east,
Yeah.
or northeast by 3/4 east. It's just
Cadiz, do you remember when we did the compass game at SCA events? Yeah.
Because I would fail that and have to drink every time.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, though.
I know, but still, like...
I have this compass rose in the back of the shanty book.
Oh, okay.
I can't do that many points myself.
No one can. It's an unsolvable puzzle.
I think Alice was the... she had the record. Yeah, she had like 30 points at one. It was
that
ridiculous.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, that
Anyway.
tablero, I was just like, well, this is just an excuse to get just blitzed.
Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at something real quick.
while we're debating this, we should hammer down two things really quick. So, who are we bringing with us other than the trio?
The trio being Ront, Bryn, and who?
No, actually, I meant us.
Oh,
To be completely honest, that's
Right.
kind of what I meant. Like, who are we bringing
So-
other than the PCs?
Ront, obviously, Bryn,
Ront's an
probably
easy
a good
one.
idea. And I think Asha,
We could bring Asha. We could
because,
bring,
I mean, as excited as she'll be to go back, she might be a good guide.
if I might be so bold, we should probably offer for her to come with, and if she says no, then yeah, okay, sure.
Well, then she'll
Or-
just die. Okay, yeah.
or if she does come with, once we find your brother, she is free to go.
Oh yeah, this clears her.
Yep,
Free to go and find Lolth.
doesn't matter.
I mean,
yeah, at that point.
at that point, it's whatever.
But
You don't do whatever.
But you know, she's going to ask for the mirror.
If we no longer need it,
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, we'll use it before, because we're going to use it to try and find it, right? So
Right.
that'll be our use for the day.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, then it's kind. I mean, I don't want to say it's useless to us. It's a very, very, very useful magical item, but we don't need it.
Okay. So she gets the mirror and her freedom if she.
Well, let's not
wants.
offer the mirror. Let's just if she asks.
If we just
for it,
need
sure.
to, if we need to
yeah,
ramp it
yeah.
up. Okay. All right, that's fair.
I'm fine. I think Bryn coming with is probably a good move, but again, that's going to be an offer, not a demand. Glabagul? Question mark.
ooh,
Yeah. I mean,
if he doesn't come with, what's he gonna do?
He's got to
that's-
hold the portal open for us.
no one else will come through this portal one way or the other until we come back.
Not a bad
Same.
idea, actually.
All right, let's go through the.
Yeah, that's how it all goes bad.
Yep.
um,
I think we should at least offer for Glabagul to come with. We should probably spore up before we go, or just bring the mushrooms with us. I would lean more towards sporing first.
Yeah.
how long do we think we're gonna be in on the other side?
months, years,
20 minutes.
20. Yeah, this. In all honesty,
I don't even know if time works the same there.
This
but,
is totally out of character, but in my experience, these kind of trips are either pretty quick or take an extraordinary amount of time.
I'm just wondering if the sporing up beforehand is going to last long enough to make a difference.
I guess it's like
Probably
an
not.
hour.
But, never know.
Well, we could do it just as a precautionary measure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to ask Stool if he wants to come along, I don't have a problem with it. It's just, if he does come along, then either somebody's carrying him or he's falling behind.
Yeah.
So,
third, can we get a backpack for Stool that I can just carry?
Oh, yeah, of course.
There you go.
A
Problem
stool
solved.
pack, if you will.
I mean, he takes off the backpack, but
Yeah, no, that's the idea. It's just it's a way to just keep him with us, and he keeps up, and we don't have to worry about it. And the end.
cost 2 gold.
I refuse. I kill him
Man,
and
I'm gonna
and
haggle
steal
that down.
2 gold. Yep, I kill him for the gold.
okay, so we're asking Stool, we're asking
Bren, and I still think we should at least ask Lavagul, and we should probably ask Asha. Yeah.
And so it says, what about Ropadump?
We only have
Don't you
one
want to stay
backpack.
away from demonic stuff after what you've been through at this point?
Oh, yes. Yeah, Ropadump has been in his own mind for quite a while now.
Yeah.
He's just in there dancing.
Like, I feel kind of bad because he's technically our other quest hook. He's just been on hold for weeks at this point.
One demonic problem at a time. I'm
I
saying.
know, it's like there's so many demonic problems we're dealing with right now. It's
How
like,
how many demons are there?
there's a couple.
There's like, what, 18 of them?
There's 1 or 2.
Depends what you classify as Demon Lord.
Sadly,
Oh,
that is very
man.
true.
Okay.
who else did we
stuff
have in the
comes-
party?
I think that's it at this point.
Did you have, or do you have?
Yeah, I mean, we've lost a bunch of people.
Yeah,
'Cause-
other people went home and other people... Well,
What was there anyone else that was waiting at the inn that was not going back to the caravan?
I don't think so.
I mean,
it's pretty much everyone over here in the corner. You can see him on the lower
yeah,
left of
the
screen.
caravan is kind of unfortunately, as you found out, but
Yeah, the caravan got killed by a serial killer who was with the caravan because the Underdark.
there's some that you technically never found, but you've not run into them at this point.
They're probably
Who knows?
fine. I don't know why you're
they'll
worried.
never
about
find the bodies.
They will literally never find the body. This is the Underdark. They will
So
be covered in mold.
let's do this. Let's put out a call for anyone that was part of that convoy. If they're interested in making some extra money.
And going to the abyss.
Well, we're not going to tell them where they're going. We're just
Oh! I see how this is. This is the
You're one of
surprise.
those quest givers.
This is horrible.
hold
Oh my
on.
God, Guido! I didn't know you
Your
could be
alignment
this
changes.
Wait.
We have a quest objective for you. Just go through
Oh, wait,
this
there's
portal
more.
with us. It'll be fine.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, okay.
You didn't let me finish.
I heard this one before.
What I was trying to say was let's just get them like back to the inn. So we know if they're still alive, and then we can make the offer of, do you want to go on
Come with
this?
us to hell.
Well, yeah.
Except it's the abyss, which is arguably worse. I'm fine with that. I mean, okay, if I could be so bold, we should have done that during the weeks of crafting. So can we just say we did that during the weeks of crafting?
If you just want to put out like a general notice and that's it, then yeah. Otherwise, it'd be more searching and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
yeah.
Notice
Liam,
given.
along the same lines,
Did anyone bite?
it might not be a bad idea to actually talk to the captain of the guard, the Inquisition lady, who is very against demonic possessions and things of that nature, since they have a high interest in removing that sort of thing from, like, say, the city. Maybe going on an excursion to go to the source to rid. See if we can
Trying to
find
make
some,
that
like,
sea change, huh?
That's an interesting idea. Terrifying, but very interesting.
Yeah. We're going to take the fight to them.
So I will say during the 2 weeks, you got no bites. Nobody from that caravan showed up.
Yeah,
Whether they didn't hear about it, they're not here anymore, or whatever. Nothing.
Okay. Well, we
that's
tried.
not surprising. No, it was worth a try. It was worth a try.
Next question is: do you want to involve Captain Blackskull of the Stone Guard?
This is an interesting decision, honestly.
The lawful evil anti-demon military coup captain.
The other side of that too is if we bring her with us and she dies on the other side of the portal along with the rest of us because we're in the frickin' abyss, that's going to create an interesting hole behind us, isn't it?
It could be potentially
we'll
very
be dead
destabilizing.
too.
Well, I mean, that'll be our secondary character's problem.
Yes.
They'll show up, hey, what's going on in Grackle's like, well, there's this massive power vacuum. And some idiots dragged the leader of the nation into the abyss. Oh my God, what morons.
Oh, there's still no remaining clan Lars. It's fine.
There's always the drow in the city, too.
I say we try it. I say we approach her at least.
Okay. How are you pitching this?
Honestly. We're going into the abyss.
Honestly, but like, what are you? Okay. Like, literally, we're going to open a portal to the abyss to. Are you mentioning the rescue of?
So, the rescue of a paladin of Gelmvor, as well as trying to halt the freeing or returning of Lolth.
We should probably at least mention, because I do mean this in care, this is not a lie, that we're also trying to find any information on what the heck is going on in the Underdark. You know, like maybe we can figure out
demonic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, incursions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find out who in the Underdark is trying to use ardent energy, because I've seen that go bad.
Yes, seriously, I've played Doom. I know how this works.
It's no good. They're going to tell me it's a great, clean power source. It's not.
It's very clean. That's a true statement. But
until it isn't.
All right. Yeah, the Durgar would use Argent energy if they could.
They totally would. They totally would.
They'd probably be pretty good at it too.
I mean, they were using a dragon to keep the forges lit, so I guess that's not.
That also got out of their hands, though. So that's kind of ridiculous.
So this seems perfectly normal.
This is just
no. It's a natural progression. This is much cleaner.
They only had one point of failure that was incredibly mobile. It's fine. All right. So you go. So you know that Captain Blackskull is currently conducting things from Overlake Hold, which is the hold of the Deep King. You know, she's over here at the moment. Seems to be overseeing some different stuff right now. But no, you reach her, obviously. No one really bars your way. You are familiar folks to the military at this point, so you're just let in. She's busy with doing stuff. Like she's, literally got a map like this, like Gracklestog, and she's like, okay, but we need to put these folks here because, I heard there was trouble over there, the Darrow uprising, and this lord is giving us trouble, et cetera, stuff that you probably shouldn't hear about, but whatever. And you ask for attention, and you make the pitch. Now, I need somebody to roll me a charisma persuasion check. You may have advantage. Because as you're talking to her, she gets like even more dead serious because you're like, oh, this is some heavy stuff that you're bringing forward here.
I mean, we did just kill a dragon, so that's kind of our wheelhouse.
I mean, like, you know that the only reason you're in here with an audience with advantage is basically because of that.
What's your persuasion skill, Cadiz?
It's +1.
Your persuasion is a +1?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm rolling this. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, that makes sense. Right? He was probably the one doing the talking. He's like, nice necklace.
All right. Yeah, like Laura was saying, though, it's basically just straight up honesty. So
yes,
You said advantage?
That's correct.
Ooh, that's a natural 20. So 24.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
This
Well, this
such
is going to go down
terrible
a little
idea.
bit differently than I expected it to.
Yes.
All right.
It's not a have fun storm in the castle sort of thing.
Well, I need to find something real quick. Here we go. Attitudes. Believe it or not, there are rules for getting people who are friendly to do things that are near suicidal.
What? Come on.
Okay. So, he is friendly. And what was the total again, you said?
24.
24. Okay. You can tell she is struggling with this. You can see, like, the inner forces fighting, like, I really, like, this is taking the fight to the source of this. I really hate demons. Could do good to do this. And on the other hand, like, the practical nature of the Duragar. That is, we are going to lose a lot of resources no matter what. We might not even win this. We don't even know what we're going into, to be quite honest. And then back to it was like, well, even if we do, we could fight a retreat. We could maybe establish an outpost, maybe at least give a foothold here. It's a great territorial thing. You just back and forth, back and forth. She consults with several of the other people there. In the meantime, brings them in on this, asks their opinion, like how's your force? You can tell she's kind of dancing around the issue of like where exactly they're going. But at the end of all this, and this takes like over an hour of back and forth and stuff. This is not something you just go in there and she's like, oh, yes. But at the very end, she looks up from all of her predictions, looks up from the troop movements and her conference, and she says, I think this is an opportunity that we cannot pass up. We have the resources to spare to at least make an expedition into this place. And if you three are coming with us, I am even more confident that we will at least succeed in making some sort of breach into this. No. What exactly are we expecting to find on the other end? Like what, I know we've been talking about this for like an hour, so we really, really don't know, but like, what do you think?
Well, now in fairness, we did peek through way back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do
So
have...
it's that scene in the Two Towers where it shows Saruman's tower and they're like the view out with the armies, and Wormtongue kind of walks up and looks, and you see the tear in his eye when you see how many troops are out there.
There is no such army, my lord.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
So she brings in some experts that they have on like demonology, the planes, the abyss and stuff. You can tell they're a little more, they're probably not like super studied on this. They're a little more adept at trying to persecute like hidden demons in their own populace. But they go back and forth. They're like, they really don't know exactly, because they know they're like, we're obviously describing some layer of the abyss, right? Obviously that's what it is. Don't know which one though. Don't know which one. They can rule out a few of them, but like let's be honest, that doesn't really help us a whole lot.
Could we try and use the mirror to try and assess what level it is?
Mirror, what level is this encounter we're going into? No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
37.5.
Exactly. Yeah. You are not leveled for this incursion.
All right. You may try. If you recall, the mirror is used. You look into it and you attempt to learn something about the history of a specific object or creature. So you would have to target either an object or a creature that may potentially be there.
I mean, his brother.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I know that for a fact, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you'd like to use it for today?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if we can assess that and then have them watch as well.
Yep. So you gaze into it. There's like a bunch of like you kind of have to bend down because like the dark are like. But you gaze into it. I need to make a roll. I kind of need to do a calculation real quick to see where this is in the timeline because, as you recall, it's kind of pseudo random as to where it actually goes in the history of this.
Okay.
Okay. You see, an almost pitch black landscape, rocky landscape. And it's really only illuminated because there is somebody holding a torch that is quickly dwindling down. It is your brother Tasten, but he looks very much like he was shortly after he fell through that other portal.
Right, when we were
A
fighting the
long
Lich.
time ago.
Okay.
You kind of get the suspicion that this is probably earlier than when you last saw him.
Okay.
So this is probably something from like before that.
Okay.
He is looking around and he seems resolute, but you can tell he's obviously a bit terrified of where he's at. He's just in this dead land of like rocks and ledges, and you see massive spider webs connecting all over the place.
No. No.
And he is clutching his holy symbol, not scarred up like you received it before, and seems to be trying to make as little noise as possible as he is creeping along. You see him pass what looks like a huge petrified spider that is just partially caved in. And he examines it for a moment before kind of wriggling his nose in disgust and looking away. You can tell that he probably is under some sort of mental assault. He is wincing every now and then. You don't think it's from physical pain. And as he continues on, the mirror reaches its duration and cuts out. Now, if you'd like, everyone who viewed it, you can make this would be a intelligence religion check. Or just a straight up intelligence check. If you don't
So I know where exactly what it is, but my character rolled a 1, so
I mean, to be fair, there is a lot of places. I know what you're thinking it could potentially be. You're like, that's obviously bad, but like we're specific what it is.
17.
17. Okay. What did you, Liam?
I wasn't rolling. I didn't think I was actually seeing that.
Unless you just don't want to look. Like Tasten is presenting it, as far as I know, for everybody to view.
Mark, Bregwin gave you advantage.
oh, is that for me? I'm sorry. I will go ahead and use that.
I'll have the scholars roll. Bren will also roll as well.
So I have a +0 to this, but that's okay because that gives me a 19.
Okay.
Is this the demon webs? The demon web pips? Demon web hits.
Yeah. So Mark, what did you get, Tasten? Sorry.
17.
17. So Tasten, Mark, what did you get, Liam?
16.
16. All right, Liam, you don't quite get this one. You're like, and some of the Duergar demon scholars. You all kind of look at each other because you get the realization at the same time. You're like, that looks a whole lot like he's crawling through. You call it the demon web pits. That is one of the domains of Loth, the primary domain of Loth. And is, to be fair, probably not the most dangerous place in the Abyss, but it's not the best place to be either.
It's not the gift shop either.
Right. You know from just the things that have been told about the Demon Web Pits is that it is pretty inhospitable. Well, I mean, that's saying something. practically everywhere in the Abyss is inhospitable to anyone not from that plane. But the Demon Wind Pits is like especially bad. Like it's kind of what you expect. There's gigantic spiders everywhere. There are demons that are subservient to Loth there. It is rumored that there are other deities from like the Dark Elven Pantheon that do stuff there, but it's one of those things that nobody like really knows. Nobody really cares to go there and find out either. It's a place that's definitely not the worst to harbor an expedition into. But you probably don't want to remain there, if only for the fact that the plains of the Abyss have a tendency to drive people who remain too long there mad.
We also need to decide if we're bringing Asher with us or not, because simultaneously that just became a better and worse idea.
Yeah. Now, you do know Tasten that was a vision from his past, and that wasn't where he was when you last saw him.
Okay. So, would I make a religion check to see if he shifted to a different plane, or?
I mean, from what you know of nowhere else in what you know of the Demon Wind Pits that would have looked like the other place. So it appears that either he moved on, or there is some place, or somehow he's been going back and forth.
Okay.
Actually, did everyone get at least someone got a 19, right? Yeah.
That was me.
Mark got a 19.
So, you do know an additional thing about the Demon Wind Pits. And you know that it has holes. Specifically, holes in the site of Loth. Because contrary to what some drow will tell you, Loth really isn't omniscient. I mean, not really. Actually isn't that super high up the power totem pole as far as thoughts go. But somehow she just keeps staying there, right?
I hear the authors just really love her, and that's why she keeps being relevant.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only reason she's there is that she's like so chaotic, it basically gives you the excuse to write any type of story you want to. But regardless, no, there's other attributes like it. But you do know that because of that, this isn't some place you're going to go into and be like, oh, well, Loth sees us now. We're done for. There's no escape. You do know that it is possible to get out of the Demon Wind Pits. So, like, there's actually some hope there, right? As a matter of fact, you do know that there was, or still is, rumored to be a city of drow that reside there. Now, that's pretty big rumor, but it's been said that there are some that live there, so it's potentially possible to escape Loth's notice, or not live in harmony, but in symbiosis with the creatures there. You also know that Illustrator just hates this place.
I can't imagine why. She only separated from it in such totality. She made an entire separate plane about it. Anyways, not that I know that in character. So this is like playing a Warcraft character, but like who doesn't know the history of Warcraft. That's such a weird thing for me to do. Do we know where the portal is actually leading us? Because it sure as hell isn't to that spot we just looked at.
You can go and ask the Stone Giant if you'd like. And he will tell you that it is keyed off of going to a particular either place or creature. So if you're like, hey, I want to open up a gate to blah, it, by his accounts, should try its best to get you within proximity of that.
So if I gave the holy symbol to the stone giant and say, can you key it off of this to try and get me as close as possible to my brother? Or is it, when you
say kind of, it'd be more like we would name your brother's name, and that is what it would key off of. We're naming it a specific creature.
Gotcha.
Says he does not know how close it is going to be, because it has been quite some time and he really hasn't discerned that, even at the point when it was still active.
Within the tri-state area of...
You do have the support of Captain Blackskull, who is willing to send troops in with you, and he's a little more hesitant about trying to establish some outposts, but she's like, we'll see what it looks like when we get there. If we can kill some demons and perhaps take some of the fight to them, maybe expand, and we'll of course try and get your brother out. Like you've helped us, we'll help you.
I think we should be nice and open that we're not sure if we're going to end up in the demon web pits, and I think we need to be upfront with her about that.
Yeah, you figured that the Durgar scholars who viewed that determined that basically as well.
Just want to be nice and sure about that. I don't want to be. I don't want to get another enemy. We have plenty of those right now. Yeah, no, I think that's all we can really do to prep. We've got the potions, we've got the magic items, we've got the support of someone we probably shouldn't have, which is a terrible, terrible idea. Which we're about to screw the Underdark over in our absence. So our new characters, are they going to start in the Underdark or in the Abyss? I'm just wondering.
Oh, that's...
Depends on what happens.
Okay, got it.
I'll tell you this: whatever you do if you happen to die, whatever you do with these characters will greatly affect what happens going forward.
We're totally not going to die. It's. Can we level before we go into hell? Can I just get one?
No, I
don't even get anything at level 9. I already looked it up. I get nothing at level 9. It's like, oh hey, you get to walk on water. Okay, cool.
That's one of the things I was wondering. I mean, do we want to jump into that now, or do we want to see if there's some more like side quests, or do
we want to go level up before?
Yeah,
hey, Tasten, I know you're worried about your brother. Do you mind waiting a few more weeks while he's in the abyss?
Yeah, can we grind? Yeah.
I mean, it's totally fair. I feel like I don't think we're ready for this, or we want to gather more allies.
I mean, logistically speaking, I mean, my drive is to do this, but we've been going, and this has kind of been the thing, and like we have the means to get there now. That's great, but if we're not ready, it's going to be stupid to kind of walk through the door and go, well, let's do this, and get just immediately party wiped. Yeah,
this is. I mean, you would know this in character. This is supremely dangerous going anywhere in the abyss.
Yeah, it's the abyss, but
Minster doesn't want to do that.
He did do it for a while. He didn't like it much.
Mm.
All right, so yeah, we should probably look.
I mean, okay. In all seriousness, the problem here, and I'll say this in character, the problem here is you're right. This is terrifying and dangerous and all that. The problem is it always will be, right?
This is true.
Like
even at level 20, it will be dangerous if you're.
Yeah, it's the abyss. This is.
And this isn't like 3.5. You're like, oh, well, you're 5 levels below.
Yeah.
Oh,
so are we sticking with the Alpha Strike motif of just like get in as quickly as possible, figure it out, and then get out before they know we're there?
Honestly, yeah. If nothing else, I hate to say this, but I feel like it would be in our best interests to not treat this as the full visit so much as the expedition, right? I know that means we're going to get another 5,000 gold diamond to do this again, but I really think that getting another 5,000
the diamond
gold
isn't
diamond...
consumed.
Oh, it's not. It's not.
No.
Oh, this entire time I thought it was like as a spell component.
Yeah, I thought it was
no. It is a key component to it, but it's not consumed.
That actually changed. So no, then we absolutely should go in as an expedition.
This makes
that changes the dynamic substantially.
So what we'll do is like again, just like Stargate, we're going to send through a probe. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to Groki and see about having him run through the portal.
No.
Run in there, look around, come back.
Groki's like,
nope. Hard no. No, okay.
In all honesty, I can do it. Like by myself, legitimate. I have the highest stealth skill, and I am the fastest person. If you want to send in one person.
All right. No.
Now, if you want to not send in per person, which I would rather not do, admittedly.
Yeah.
Then we just
I think
go
like
in.
the expedition element of this, and that fits better with
yeah.
Like going in, assessing, and then like, okay, is this feasible? Great, we're already here. Let's do it. If it's not, like, okay, retreat,
And we're out.
regroup, and we will figure this out another way.
And we've totally
see
not
if there's
painted a
another way.
giant target over a Gracklestug for
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's already got demon incursions. Plus, those portals
fair.
are opening all over the place anyway. So
That's
what's one
fair.
more?
That's fair. Okay, that's valid.
So I need to be at least level 13 before I'm comfortable going into the abyss.
What do you get at 13?
Reverse gravity.
That seems handy.
Yeah, no, that's legit. That's legit.
I haven't even looked what I should actually be before attempting something this dumb, but
That's
Can we have like a big, doing the slow walk? We're all moving down and going towards the Stargate moment, you know?
Yeah.
Ront's behind us like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but this is cool. And Glabagul's just kind of going boom, 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 in slow motion. And what's her face? Is she going with us herself, or is she just sending people with us?
We gotta have
Good question.
How suicidal do you feel, my dear?
yeah.
She is not coming with you. She
Okay,
is sending
so-
somebody else.
So instead,
It's
we
a
have other
hard
people who are
pass.
going.
There is an expedition of 50 Duragard that are coming.
Awesome.
50,
Um,
50.
Do
50.
any of you have more than 2 HP? I'm just wondering.
We have, yes.
Well, what is your HP? I need to know. It's very important for strategic sheet purposes.
How many of you
P?
Listen, just bear with me. I put on my scouter goggles like in Dragon Ball Z, and I just look
great.
at them.
No.
What's your power level?
These are the same type of individuals that you actually did face in the hold, so you know that they're pretty sturdy. They have like chainmail shields.
Okay. So they're not
These are the
gonna
ones
die.
that have the
Group together.
phalanx formation.
Yeah.
I was
they're
going to
not
ask if
gonna
it was
die
the.
instantly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
these are proper stone guard.
Are they invisible?
No, they're not invisible.
Okay.
They're going to not use any of that stuff at the moment. They're not going to use invisibility. You know, their plans is to, if they need to, they're going to enlarge themselves.
Okay, one other thing. I need to find some of that poison that rogue was
God.
using.
The mega poison.
We're doing that again, huh?
If we're going into the abyss, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's probably fair.
Liam, you're proficient in arcane, Tasten, you're proficient in religion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You do know, like, just as a general rule for demons, they're either resistant or immune to poison.
Hmm.
Like that's
That's not
a common characteristic. It's like fire and poison. That's like, don't do it.
Even the minor demons?
You may find some that are resistant. I feel like you can make a religion check if you want to score your knowledge for if you know of any specific ones that may perhaps be vulnerable to it.
18?
18.
Like succubi, for instance.
Right. Let me see.
Can we like bless them instead, or
Can you bless them?
or I don't know, cast radiant, or sort of some sort of radiant spell on them?
There's a spell for that, actually. A couple spells. So if like I think it's Crusader or something, and also Holy Weapon, those would be the ones that you use for it. So let me see.
Long story short, getting the poison would be a waste of time and money. So, okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So like for like the succubus, for example, it's resistant to it. You're like scourging your knowledge, and you're like, the only things I can think that are possibly just resistant that might work in it are like either like half demons or succubi or incubi or stuff like that. The other stuff, you're like, I think they're just straight up immune to that.
Okay. Waste of time.
Okay.
Yeah. A good thought, but unfortunately, they are probably not susceptible to it.
So what we really need is the holy hand grenade of radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are such things. They're not holy
Out to
activate
5.
level, but there are actually
Yeah.
gradient grenades.
Some spells that do that, but unfortunately, I think they are a higher level.
Yeah, we're not quite there.
Yeah.
We're only level 8, which is funny. We killed a dragon. We're level 8. We got super duper lucky on that one, and we walked in extremely prepped.
But I still recommend. We are not ready to go into the abyss at level 8. I think
we're fine. We got this. Look, I want to play a warlock. Okay, no, I'm messing. Does protection from evil exist in 5th edition?
And it works on fiends.
So how does it work in 5th edition? Help me out here, because I know it's a spell.
Right. Yep. So it is protection from evil and good. It is a concentration, lasts for 10 minutes, works on one creature, and it protects you against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae fiends. I'm saying this because I know Tasten can prepare this, and undead. So creatures of that type have disadvantage on attack rolls against it. Could also not be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. And if they're already charmed, frightened, and possessed by them, they have advantage in a new saving throw to shake it off. So it's really good against fiends.
What level is it?
Level 1.
Level 1.
Could you cast 2 of those into my ring?
Wizards can also do this too.
Yeah.
Wizards and clerics have this.
All right.
Yeah, no, honestly, give me 2 charges of that in the ring.
That single target concentration lasts 10 minutes. So if you're getting hit, you'll have to make concentration checks.
Yeah, that works on me, right? Like I'll be the one doing the concentration.
If you don't want to have the ring, yes.
Okay, cool. That works. Yeah, no, done. I've already written it down. I didn't add the "and good" part, but you know, I protection from good.
Yep.
Okay. I still feel like at least a foray is a good idea, especially since we're not losing the diamond. That's my vote.
Agreed.
Get a poke in and see what we're looking at. I sincerely doubt we're going to hang there, but
Not having a picnic. Nope.
yeah. But at least we can poke our head in, figure out where he is. We're running so much in the blind on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Like trying to figure out what's going on with this, I think is helpful. And if we poke our head in and he's on layer, which layer is that? It didn't even say. How about the 586th layer? There's a fun one. Then we leave immediately. That's the layer of the Mad God, by the way.
Cyric?
No.
Other Mad God. Got it.
Yeah, it's another fun guy. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. The 65th layer would be bad, but we already saw that, and I don't remember any others off the top of my head. Demogorgon has several layers.
Yep.
Because he's a dick.
All right. So
Poke our head in, and
you just Stargate walk.
It's layer 1. it's just as bad as it gets.
You do the Stargate walk down here into Cairngorm Cavern with the diamond. The Durgar forces are behind you. They look nervous.
Why?
Their shields are just like all the way in front of them, like they're ready, like now, even though they're not even through. Are you inviting everyone to come along, even like Asha?
Do we want to do that for the scouting mission? I mean, we should be taking this seriously, so I'm down with the idea.
Okay, so here's my thought. If we're gonna do this, let's do this at like the Stone Giants
Cavern.
Yeah, thank you. Because it's an enclosed area, and let's just have everyone there prepared. So if something goes wrong, we're all there and we can go in. But let's be prepared, but only send in 1, maybe 2 people.
Okay.
All right, Mark, you've got the speed. I don't know who else has comparable speed.
Nobody. I don't want to say that to brag. It's just I'm very, very fast.
What's Bryn's?
Yeah.
Bren's 40.
Okay, Bryn could probably keep up with me for a bit.
Let's do. Let's send in you and Bryn.
Bren's like, yeah, Team Bahamut.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go in and land. And I'm sorry, I'm reading all the layers here, trying to figure out which one would be the worst. The layer 111, also known as the Mind of Evil, might be a bad one.
Oh, I mean, it's probably not that one.
I sure hope not.
There is a list of which ones that could potentially be able to.
Oh, Jesus.
Roll
Okay.
1D, what, 700?
Yeah, it's not that bad. Only because I don't have a dice that goes up high. Okay,
Yep.
so you go down there, and the diamond is placed in the stone circle that you saw almost 4 weeks ago. Last time you were down here. You've been in Gracklestug for quite a while. And you're a resident here, why not? And it's placed there. The stone giant turns to you, Tasten, the stone speaker, and says, "Do you wish to do this, or do you wish for me?"
I'm not familiar with the incantation, so
Very well.
by all means, but I definitely will watch.
Okay. He sits down in the stone circle, and he asks you to give him the name for clarity.
Okay.
He asks you for a description.
All right, so
And-
Cuillin Mott, Paladin of Kellenbor. Brief description of what he looks like.
All right. And he casts a spell, and it's very quick. There's not a huge ritual on it. He waves his hands over the crystal and says an incantation in giant, and the crystal begins glowing, and it conjures a portal out of it, very, very close by to the stone circle, a circular opening which grows larger and larger until it is very quickly about 20 or so feet in diameter. And at this point, how about Tasten? You can do this. I need you to roll a d8.
All right.
All right.
2.
2. Okay.
That's how many people die instantly.
That's right. That's how many demon lords come out. No.
Oh, God.
So you see beyond the portal a land that is, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, different than two other ones you've seen. This one is just what seems to be like a mockery of the material plane. It is just a dead realm. The sky is almost pitch black. There's just sad-looking mountains. You can see forest of just evil-looking, twisted black trees, and some sort of ruined cities that you can see over the landscape. You seem to have like emerged like at the top of one of these mountains. You're just overlooking this place. There's some odd, like pale light that is just almost giving this place an ambient effect. This dim light. There also seems to be what you are very familiar with, Tasten, tombs, gravestones, sarcophagi that just seem to be scattered along the landscape here. And you're pretty sure you see down below undead creatures are just swarming around the area. And there is this just chill that comes from it. Like the place is cold, not like snowy cold, but just cold. And it stinks of death.
I got a bad feeling about this.
So I'm going to put the summer house over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Me and Bren are going in solo initially, right? Is that what we decided on?
Yeah.
Okay, so immediate dangers? Question mark.
I'm going to make a perception check.
Oh, Jesus. Bren, roll better than
well.
me. So I got a 13 on that.
13. All right. Just from beyond, and since everybody else is on the other side and looking in, you can make a perception check as well.
Wait, if we're looking in, we can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming you're not like running in there and then looking.
Yeah. Poke your head in.
No.
Ah! Well, it's boiling my lungs inside my body.
Yeah. 21, not natural.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
I'm
say I didn't do great. And, yeah.
I got a 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, you look down. You see Brendan's just like wrinkling his nose, and you realize the scent is probably much worse for him.
Oh, I'm sure.
So you don't see anything immediately by the portal. It just seems to be almost like a crevasse or just path through the mountains, which leads down, almost like this was probably some designated spot for portals to appear. There is definite, and Tasten, you're seeing this. There is definite foot traffic here. It looks scattered, like there's things that have come up here and shambled around, for lack of a better term. Humanoid creatures. So there's obviously some presence of those up here, but you don't see anything immediately surrounding the portal. You do hear, like, just very faintly down the mountain pass where you see all those sarcophagi, those things shambling around. You do hear like bones and moaning and clattering and what sounds like perhaps something chanting some language that you can't really make out. But it seems okay around the immediate portal area.
Ask for a knowledge religion from people who aren't me to identify this layer. I mean, I'll roll 2, but it's +0, so that's
I'm gonna try
7. So I have no idea.
10.
This is
I will give
religion?
Tasten advantage because this is directly almost related to things that he
I was
deals
gonna
with.
say, I think I know where this is, but
You said
not
it's
as bad as the demon whip is.
16.
Okay,
and you said this is religion?
that is correct. Intelligence religion.
Ooh, 1822.
Ooh, 22. Okay.
How do I know
So-
this and Tasten doesn't?
I know,
Well,
right?
It's a planar thing. So you're like, oh, maybe I read about this, right? You paid attention to that class. As well.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this, Tasten, you are fairly sure that this is probably some realm of a demon lord that you would be pretty familiar with, called Orcus, which is someone who is very, very supportive of undeath, which is something that, as a cleric of Kellamvor, you are vehemently against. So you're like, I know that guy. And you're like, this has all the signs of being one of those. Liam, you know a little more about this, specifically like the planar aspects of this particular area. You do know that this place is pretty inhospitable, even like more so than most other abyss layers, just generally because it's meant for undead. And so even things just like the air, you can't stay there for too long because the air is just like literally just too thin and corrupted to be there for too long. You know that this was said to have been a realm that was actually much more pleasant, and whether or not it was pulled into the abyss or it was an abyss layer that was corrupted, like, who knows? This is kind of what Orcus does when he goes to different layers. He turns them into this. You know that there are generally some very nasty atmospheric effects. Like, generally this place is like just bad to be in. Maybe for a short skirt, but there's no way you could stay here for too long. Of course, that's in addition to the general madness that these layers of the abyss cause if you remain there for too long.
Okay.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of undead too, but maybe not as many demons. Who knows?
And can Mark hear me through from the other side of the portal?
Yeah, I'm assuming you haven't run in yet.
I
But
lunge in blindly and stupidly. No, of course not.
Okay, I thought you had actually gone through. That's why I was
no.
asking.
We do the
Okay.
peek first, and
Yeah.
then that was the
Okay.
perception check, and we're still
Yes.
on that.
Okay. It's the plane of the undead. I don't think we should start our excursion here.
But this,
He couldn't have survived long. You cannot breathe.
the Stone Giant says, well, that's true, but The portal would not have worked if he was dead.
Would the portal open if he was undead?
Yes.
Just wondering.
Oh, that's a pleasant thought.
Thanks for putting that thought in our heads. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
He pats Tasten on the head.
Yeah. I was feeling good about it right until now.
Yeah.
So we suspect your brother is here now? Or
He's moved through multiple
That's how the spell
planes.
works, right? Like it goes to where he currently is.
Yeah.
Yes, within the vicinity of his current location, even across planes.
That's actually a good point. If you're thinking what I think you are, Liam, that we could wait a bit, try us again later, see if it goes to someplace that isn't Thanatos. I mean, whatever plane this is that I don't know what it is.
Orcuses, yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking at this point, because either he's figured out a way to survive an extended period of time here, or he's undead himself, or he's passing through.
Hoping it's the last one.
So, yeah, I would say, I mean, what does this ritual take to open the portal? It's repeatable, right?
Yes, it is. We'd have to wait till the next day in order to do this, but it's repeatable.
Yeah, I'd say then let's wait one more day and see if the plane changes.
Yeah. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Okay. Well, if you would like, I can close this.
Yes,
And-
we do not want that
I
pole
look-
in
I look
reality.
one more
open any
time.
longer.
I look one more time just to see if I see any sign of him.
Okay, you make another perception check if you like then.
Ooh.
I mean, this is supposed to be near him, right? Too, like that's the other side of
Yes.
that. He's supposed to
Um,
be close by.
8, so probably not.
8.
You know what? Hang on. As a thought. Okay, I'm sorry, Guido. As a thought, I didn't even see you. I apologize. Go ahead.
No! Well, the undead are flammable, so that'll work great.
Okay. One, Bregwin just gave you advantage. Two, my thought was, what is that spell that you have that bypasses cover?
Radiant, sorry, something
It's the cantrip, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it,
a
it
cantrip.
does
Sacred Flame.
radiant. Yeah, Sacred Flame. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, Sacred Flame.
Do you actually have to have line of sight to the target?
Let's look at the spell. You have to be able to see it.
Okay.
So you can do it through a window, basically, or through a wall of force or something like that. But if you can't even see it, you can't do it.
What defines a target?
Well, it specifically says a creature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Says flame-like radiance descends on a creature you can see within range.
Let's not abuse it, Bregwin. Thank you, but let's not abuse it.
So with that reroll, I got 16.
16. Okay. So he's not like just sitting right there. However, there is something you do notice. In the valley down below, there's an obvious, now that you're kind of looking for it, there's an obvious path of not destruction, but of fighting that has happened, which goes into a mausoleum that you can see down below. And it looks like someone has cut their path into there. Like the undead are still like kind of swarming over it, but you see like fallen bodies and stuff like that. And one thing you notice specifically is that there is a very sure indicator that somebody who is either a cleric or a paladin or someone like that has been here, because you see a circle and you're like, wait a minute, that circle of bones right there, that looks a whole lot like some unchanneled divinity down there.
Okay.
Does the creature still need to be alive to cast Sacred Flame on it?
Yes.
Well, no, because otherwise it wouldn't. Then how would it work on an undead?
Sorry, undead are like a creature. They're not alive, but they're a creature. If something is just like a corpse and it's not undead, then it's not a creature.
Right, not animated.
Yeah.
A corpse. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. How far away is this mausoleum?
You descend down. It's probably about 100 yards or so down there.
Oh, I could get there very quickly.
And you could go knock on the door.
Yeah. I could get down there and be like, hey, I'm here with Tasten. You need to give me like a passcode or something to tell him something to get his attention.
Ham sandwich. No.
Yeah, I get down there like, ham sandwich, let's go.
You said 100
fighting words.
You said 100. You said 100 yards, right?
That's right. So 300 feet.
Dang. Lightning bolt's only 100 feet.
That's 200 feet of movement.
Ooh. I could cast Fly on Mark.
That's true. That would be barely faster than I can go. Unless, actually, maybe it wouldn't. Because I can go a full... I mean, I could do 106... Yes, 160 feet in a turn. If I go full tilt and actually...
You actually get a flying speed of 60 feet, so you can dash with this.
Oh, I can? Okay,
Yes.
so never mind. So then, yeah, I could go... shoot, that would be...
180 if you key.
180. Yeah, I could go 180 with that. So yeah, that is a bit faster. And I'd be flying, which would probably be helpful in general.
Definitely out of range of a lot of those things down there.
As much as I love punching undead,
So you running solo on this flying without Bryn, because Bryn won't be able to
Bryn
keep
couldn't
that
keep
speed.
up with that at all.
Okay.
That would
Unless
be
you
just-
upcast it.
That's true.
When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you can target an additional creature for each slot level above 3rd.
I really am. I know this sounds so horrible, but I really am okay with doing a very quick in and out. The worst thing that could happen is the portal closes. Now that would
Well,
suck.
to that point, I'm going if we're going to do this, I'm stepping through, just as backup.
Do you still want me to full tilt it down there way faster than you can go?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying, because if you're going with me, then obviously
I
I'd go at your
can't. I
pace.
can't keep the pace that you can. But it's like I'm gonna just to be on the safe side. While you're doing this, I'm gonna step through in case something goes completely sideways. You're not by yourself.
Yeah. I get you. Okay. I'm prepared. I can do that. And yeah, Bren, stay on this side.
Stay.
just don't. It's just trust me on this one, buddy.
Okay. We were going to have like a never-ending story moment where we both flew, but I guess that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Go ahead and give me the fly.
All right.
And I'm gonna burn a key. I will go ahead and burn the key right now, and I'm gonna full tilt it down there. Just
All right.
absolutely burning to get down there and just trying to avoid anything and everything I can on the way.
Okay.
Ham sandwich.
Yeah, ham sandwich. Quick. Yeah, and I'm assuming you did give me some kind of code word, some kind of something.
No, basically what I said is the bearer of your father's ring is here.
Okay.
And he's going to know what that means because that's part of our backstory.
Okay.
All right. So Tasten, you step through his back, and Mark, you go shooting like a rocket through this portal, straight ahead.
Yep. Full tilt.
Fortunately, not going to be very visually stealthy because you're just,
Yeah, I'm not even trying to
shooting
stealth.
through the sky.
This is speed.
But you get in here, and God, this place is, for both Tass and you, this is so much worse than it was on the other side of the portal. You can almost feel just like, especially as you're going through the air, you're just like hitting flies as you're coming through. They're just smacking you in the face. This place just smells like death so bad.
So Mark goes shooting through the portal and
and then
Scene.
and then to be continued.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, it's been nice knowing y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and
This is going places.
get my warlock going for the next mission.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Actually, I gotta be honest. I re-rolled that character already because I really did think we were gonna die on the dragon, so I just had that ready to go.
Yeah, my thief is ready to go too.
I didn't roll the stats yet, but I'm basically, I'm ready to go. I just need to roll up the ranger stats. If this all goes sideways.
Yeah.